Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to love into XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, yesterday I did make a bit of a macro outlook on XRP, and there were a lot of comments that I never laid down my projections going forward for XRP. So I'm just going to run through those with you today. But right now, what I can say to you is we are currently holding this 1414 fib. Okay, we did hold the 1272 fib for a few weeks there, and then we rolled again. If we do start to roll, because of these, there's no guarantees here, is there? If we do start to roll and we start to close below this 1414 on a weekly time frame, the next projected target just there's a 1618 at 02466. But what we're doing right now on a weekly time frame for XRP, in my opinion, is we're coiling up here, and you're getting some kind of price compression leading to expansion. So something's going to give. Okay, now if we do start to see the close outside of this level of resistance, I would say that this is some kind of tightening falling range wedge, basically, where you do break out and you retrace the way you form the wedge. So I will be looking for a break up to this line here, okay, this level, which is where the 20 could come down and we could actually meet it as a key test of resistance. Now I did say to you numerous times that overextension leads to retracement. We've got a large gap in the EMAs and we are quite overextended from the EMAs without a retest since last April. So it's going on for a very long time, and whether or not you're going up or going down, you do tend to slow down in that trend. You never get overextended, okay? Too much greed. Like I said to you, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. Learn to trade the ranges. So right now, we are calling up. Obviously, anything can happen. If we was to roll, that would be a target for me. But if we do start to break out and close above this level of resistance, I would expect some kind of retracement back up here. And this is all tradable. So if this week you do start to see XRP close outside of this, okay, I would expect a juicy little retracement of around about 33% up to the 20 EMA as it comes down on ahead. Okay, now at that point, it could look quite bullish, but at some point you will come back in for a deeper retracement to this low. Okay, and at this point you coil up, coil up, coil up. If you don't lose this low, it's fantastic, and I think that you're looking at some kind of massive impulsive move here, eventually taking on this wave one high. And when you break that, I think you're up there, okay, on these red lines. Okay, and I'm going to go through these with you. I think your minimal target just there is that red line around about $6.40, something like that. Then you're coming for a wave four, back down to this wave one high, and then you'll have another explosive breakout, which takes you all the way up here to the $13 and the $27 mark that we're anticipating here on the channel for a very long time. So it's my opinion that XRP is just doing exactly what it's done before. Now there is a massive bearish count here, which I'm going to show you. Obviously, that I've gone through this with you before. Okay, it's in a minute we sort of rinsing, repeating, but on a larger time frame here than what we did in the previous cycle. Let me show you right now. So we've got this peak, which is this peak. We've got this lower high, which is this lower high. We've got this ABC here, which met the 1414. We've got the ABC here, which has met this 1414. And right now, if we can hold it, we're just going to sort of go sideways, retrace, coil up, and then break out eventually. So this retracement here, like I went through yesterday, met the 702 fib. It struggled to get above it, didn't it? Let me show you right now what I'm looking at. And this could be a potential target for XRP going forward, where it might start to run into key resistance. We trace into the B high. Let me show you this. All big ifs, obviously. So you can see down here, people would have thought you were in a bear market as well. But at this point, you start to come back up and you ran into 702 fib. Look at that constant resistance on the 702 fib before eventually breaking it. And once you broke it, it was all systems go that you broke the wave one high. Okay. So a lot of people say you shouldn't look at past performance to guarantee future results, but it moves and works in cycles. Everything works in waves. Okay. And you do look at past performance just to sort of have a guideline of the potential scenario, whether bullish or bearish. So right now, the bearish scenario is we don't play out like the previous cycle here, okay, and what we do, this is a massive impulsive move, and this is simply still a corrective move, still the bear market essentially. This is still from this high here, this is still part of the bear market, and this is a larger ABC correction for XRP. That's the bearish scenario. There's some kind of A, B, C zigzag correction coming down, and the way to sort of validate that is if you lose this low that you put in 2020. So if XRP fails to start to come up here and consistently rolls like this, then I would say at some point you lose that low, you've got an A, you've got a B, and you've got potential C leg correction like that, okay, which is a monster ABC coming all the way back down to these highs. Do you understand? And that would be really, really nasty, wouldn't it? But obviously anything can happen. But in my opinion, what we've got here is the end of the bear market just there. That was your end of the bear market just there. You're an impulsive break, corrective move. Impulsive break, corrective move, okay? And right now, potentially, if you hold this low, come up into the 702 fib, which I'm going to show you, coil up, like you did here, coil up and then break out, coil up and then break out eventually, okay, for XRP. So my projected targets is this one, which is $6.50 odd, wave 4 correction back down to that high, then a breakout up to these wave 5 targets just there for XRP. So I'll show you your 702 fib projections, your targets going forward, providing this low can hold. So if we can get a breakout of this potential falling wedge right now on the weekly time frame, that would be nice. Get a close outside, I would imagine you got a nice retracement there and a nice long up to that key resistance. So right now, I would say that, you know, if you do start to do that, you're going to begin a retracement to this B high. And we can take a look at the 702 fib, which is around about 89 cents, isn't it? So that would be a key level resistance going forward that potentially you could keep running into over a long period of time, coiling up, but providing you don't lose this potential C leg low and wave 2 low right down there, 0.29 cents, roughly that sort of area. Providing you don't do that, and you know, you come up and you come down and you coil up and you don't lose that, that's going to start to look quite impulsive and quite, you know, that you're accumulating to come up and break that wave 1 high. And if you do start to break that high, I'm going to show you your target going forward for XRP. So that's a key level resistance going up. 702 is 0.8911. So, you know, at this point, if it does start to retrace and starts to break out and comes all the way up to it, that's around about 161% move right there for XRP, okay? Will it do it in a heartbeat? I very much doubt it. I think it will potentially take quite a few months to sort of coil up and break up and start to attack that level of resistance, but who knows? But these are your projected targets going forward off this low, and it is a big if as well. If this is a low right now, and we've met the 1414 in this mid-cycle correction like we did in the previous cycle, you know, we don't necessarily lose that going forward, then you can see the 1618 all the way up there at $6.48, roughly around there. We've got the 1272 at $3.33, which is potentially where the previous all-time high is as a retest as well. So there's a bit of confidence that everything's lining up so far. You've got your 2 fib at 1351, and then somewhere in between the 2.272 and 241 fib is my long-term projected target of $27, which potentially XRP could get to in this massive cycle that it's in, okay? So again, you know, it is what it is until it isn't, you know. For me, to confirm that you are in this massive whopping bear market here, where this is some kind of A, this is some kind of B, and this is some kind of C, you have to lose this low, okay? And you could say, well, this was the cycle high, and from that point, you've been in this whopping bear market where you've made a lower high, and, you know, you're coming down, and XRP is looking a bit poo, really. But, you know, at the minute, you have bounced off the RSI in the floor. Like I said to you, the RSI is in the floor. You always buy more. At the moment, we are trying to build a base here. We've got this lovely little bullish reversal pattern that's forming as well on the weekly time frame. You are overextended. Like I said to you, you know, you look at the charts here, moves in waves. Whenever you're overextended, you always do see a retracement come in. We've met all our expected targets of an ABC correction down to the 1414. So if we do start to break up and come back and hold that low, it's going to start to look really nice going forward for the potential break of that wave 1 high, and where we get that wave 3 impulse to the 1618, wave 4 correction, and then you get your blow off top up there at some point for XRP up to that wave 5. So that's a possible projection, but to do that, we have to hold this low. Obviously, that's the most important low, isn't it, going forward? I've told you that. You lose that low, down you go. I think it's deadly for XRP to lose that low, okay? Take care, everyone. Back to another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.